Hello and welcome back to another LEGO unboxing, unbagging and build per bag. This time I'm here with set 75286, General Grievous's Starfighter. It came out around the same time as the 501st Battle Pack and all that jazz, and to be honest, the main problem people had with this one is that it was overpriced. I don't know. It probably is overpriced, to be honest. But I don't have a General Grievous minifig or Airborne Trooper down there in the bottom, so I kind of had to do it. Another big problem with this set is everybody noticed it. Obi-Wan Kenobi is just a rehash. Like, it's the exact same figure from a different set that was released like last year or something, and it just doesn't make any sense. He's all beat up, and he comes out of Grievous's fight actually pretty well, so he shouldn't really be all beat up. Just a quick look at the back of the box here. Pretty standard stuff. You got a bit of artwork there for the functionalities of the whole set, and you've got the box, of course, up in the top left corner that says "Play it in the Skywalker Saga." This is on all of the Summer Wave sets, so we're going to see what happens with that once it's released in 2021. So, from the back of the box to the unbox. We've got a few bags here. We've got, what, 3? No. We've got 3 bags. We've got 3 bags of Lego, which is the same amount of bags of Lego we got for the AAT, which I just reviewed. So I know. What? This isn't... Yeah, okay, that really makes the price difference seem drastic. Getting on with it, we have a fairly thick instruction book. I'm not sure what's going on here. Lego has been fairly weird with me recently because, I think that's the sticker packet. I think that's probably the stickers. Unless it's a cape. Does Obi-Wan get a cape? I don't think he gets a cape. Oh, you know what it is? It's for the Utapau Trooper. Not the Utapau Trooper, but the, yes, the Trooper. But yeah, Lego have been kind of weird recently because 3 bags for this, 3 bags for the AAT, which is considerably smaller and cheaper, and the recent promo that came with the Mos Eisley Cantina came in a Ziploc bag. So, it's just been very strange. And just like Ahsoka's headpiece, Grievous's body seems to come in his own little packet there. I think his head does too. Huh, well, would you look at that? So yeah, it doesn't actually look like we have any stickers here because, as I said, that was not the sticker packet. It's kind of, that's weird. It's kind of warped or something. It was put together wrong. It seems awful dry too, but yeah, I guess that's a thing. So we can have a look at the back. At least it's printed this time, not like the Yoda's lightsaber. And then we can see, of course, some of this stuff, some of the minifigs. And again, yeah, 2020. It's a lie. It's not coming out in 2020, guys. The Skywalker Saga. It is not coming out in 2020. That is a lie. And you can see the Summer Wave that it came out with, and all the minifigures from the respective sets there too. And of course, the piece count on the back. Now getting on to bag number 1. So, bag number 1. Seems like fairly standard pieces. Maybe a few odd colours in there. Not a lot of odd colours though. And not a lot of mad pieces in there either, really. You can see this big piece here. You can see the spring-loaded shooters. But the main part, I suppose, is the cockpit here. Now, the cockpit is a nice addition, but it's a little bit too blocky. It should be a bit more smooth. But it is nice. I don't know I think they've done it specifically for this set, which is nice to see. But, yeah, that's probably one of the more interesting parts of that build. And, of course, a brick separator, orange. It's typical. And then we have 2 small bags separated here in the middle. And that goes with over here. Yeah, and we can see all the pieces there, nothing too crazy. Again, you can see Obi-Wan's head and hair there towards the right. And you can see that there's 2 lightsaber hilts. Now, what I will say is, one of them is shinier. You can clearly see it there. One is actually shinier. And that's the same in person too. So I don't understand what that's about. I know one is definitely a spare piece because they always give you a spare lightsaber hilt. But, yeah, that's what happened there. Let's get on to the build. So at the end of bag 1, we have most of the Starfighter pretty much done. I'm guessing the next bag is... To be honest, I'm not sure what the next bag is, because usually if it's like the sides, like these kind of engines and stuff, they usually come in one bag, and then maybe the rest in another bag. But there's otherwise I think it's just the landing gear back here that needs to be done, and like something. But you know what, I'll just have a look at the instructions, one sec. Okay, so it's one more of these in the next bag and the back a little bit, and then the last bag I think is just not a lot of pieces. And just having a look at the spare parts that are left over. As I said, there's a lightsaber hilt. I left the less shiny one over there, and yeah, that's it. And you can see Obi-Wan here as well with his lightsaber. Oh, his lightsaber is actually pointed in a strange direction there. And his scuffs, because obviously he's just been from Mustafar. Just been to Mustafar, and he's just, you know, he's going back the wrong way in the whole order of things. But yeah, we'll get you into bag 2 now. So here we have bag number 2. First glance, the most interesting piece I found is kind of the red pieces and stuff. But this piece was released in 2010, so it's not by any means new. But it's I've never seen it before. I've seen the smaller version of it, the 2x1 brick of this, but yeah, no, that's the pretty much main interesting part I've seen. Otherwise, fairly standard parts again. If you look at the small side, there was 2 bags and they're split there still. So there's 2 bags of small. You can see the clone trooper's face there as well. You can see some gold parts here, which are nice. I'd say if anything, they probably have been featured in Ninjago sets already. And gold flowers, which are kind of interesting to see there. So yeah. Also, we've got this, which I'm assuming is the cloth. So we'll get into that and open her up. See what's inside. Yeah, the cloth for around the trooper's waist. And that's now useless. So yeah, that's it. Get on to the build. So at the end of bag number 2, we have the right engine or the left engine, depends on, like, well, it's the right engine. Okay, it's the right engine. And we have the back finished off a little bit more now. During this build, I will say that it's a nice kind of build, because it does kind of tile off in a lot of places. Building this was quite satisfying. This whole mechanism here was actually quite satisfying. Because it was just put together very well, which makes me think maybe still not worth the 70 price tag or the 80 price tag, but it's still very good ship for what it is like, and it's a very good upgrade from what it has been. And we also have our clone trooper down here, which is a very, very nice figure, to be honest, but we'll get to more about him in the review. And the spare parts for this, we only have 3 spare parts, which is, you know, good. 4 spare parts. But yeah, that's what it is, and we'll get on now to bag number 3, the final bag. So, bag number 3 here, and to be honest, we actually don't see anything different from this bag and the last bag. We actually see a few less pieces in this bag, because it's just the other engine, whereas the last bag had a little bit of the back of the build as well. So we don't actually see much different at all. The only thing different we do see is General Grievous, which I might add is completely specific to himself. Like these arms and stuff, generally those kind of pieces would be reused in other sets and stuff like that, but no, not this one at all. His legs are completely only ever used for him. His arms same as. Obviously the head and body are only to him, but you know, the whole set usually, because we see in the older General Grievous minifig that his legs are reused in a different colour for the droids. So you do get parts like that reused time and time again, but with this figure it's completely unique to itself. But yeah, that's the parts for bag number 3, the final bag. So let's get on to the build, the final build. So at the end of bag 3, we're left with the finished piece, the whole Starfighter and the pretty nice General Grievous minifig. I will say that the back arms look a bit strange, but if you take them off and just use him with 2 arms, he looks really, really good. It's just that it kind of looks strange with his 4 arms on there. You can see there's I suppose that's part of the spares, which we will show you now. There's, I'm not really sure, are these spares really, these three parts here, because they're more of refills, to be honest. But otherwise you only have two spare pieces here, which are his arms. And yeah, that's the entire set. And just a look at the spare pieces for the entire set. So just to look now at the entire set once it is complete, looks something like this. I will say the build was nice. It was a nice fun build, and again it was kind of satisfying. As I said earlier, it was kind of satisfying doing some of the parts, especially around the here. But see, a lot of it is kind of tiled off and has a lot of smooth parts in it, like these parts in here. And it was just kind of, it was a very nice build. It was very nice to build. I still don't know if it's worth it. $70, €70, €80 price tag. I really don't. But I will say it's heavy, it's clunky, it's sturdy. It's not kind of, it doesn't feel like it's going to fall apart in your hands. It's a decent build, like. So maybe it is because of the design that went into it, but otherwise it wouldn't really be it. Like, I mean, you can see the figures here are very nice, maybe apart from Obi-Wan Kenobi there, but generally very nice figures there all together. Thanks a million for watching my video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and comment down below if you think I've done anything well or can do anything better. We'll see you again. Take care.